Well, hello, how are you today?
Good, very good, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. I want to start off with a bit of a hard-hitting question today. Looking back at the early days of the Plot and You, what do you feel like has changed the most and what's been the most rewarding?
Well, I mean, yeah, a lot has changed. You know, like when we started out, we were in a van for almost 10 years, just playing like really tiny clubs, kind of just playing the same clubs over and over every year. So it was kind of just like this forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it started to grow a little bit. Like before COVID, we started to notice things were, you know, gradually going up. We're getting better tours and stuff. And then COVID hit, and that was kind of like
everything.
Yeah. And we were kind of just like reassessing everything. I was kind of at the point where I was like, I'm good to just like leave it where it's at. I got to do a lot of things that I was proud of. You know, I got to see most of the world. And then we had a song kind of just blow up out of nowhere. And then once everything kind of went back to normal, we were like, well, we might as well see like if this will translate live and like if people actually care and will show up to the shows. And that's when we noticed like a huge like, you know, upslope. And we're just like, all right, yeah, this is worth continuing. So, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. We never thought we would get to even like headline a tour and it would sell out, you know, anything like that. So, yeah, it's been really insane. Well, it's crazy to think like we're at a point where we were totally fine to just close that door and then like, something brand new just happened that we never expected. So, it's cool.
Wild. That's so awesome. I mean, you guys haven't been down here since I think 2023.
Yeah, I think so. I came up last year or the year before for I supported Dayseeker solo.
Oh that's so cool. Yeah.
So that was the last time I've been here, but I think it was 2023.
Absolutely. What's like your favorite part about being in Australia?
Everything. I literally I love it here. This is maybe the only other country I would actually consider living in. It's beautiful. The food is good. Everyone's really friendly and cool. The shows are awesome. People seem to appreciate music a lot more here. Maybe it's just because you guys get less shows and tours than
I was about to say,
you know, to us, it's like so normal. Like every weekend there's something happening close by. So, yeah, it's just cool. I feel like people are very appreciative of what they have and stuff. So,
absolutely.
I love it.
Your most recent single, Silence, it's awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
But it tackles like a bit more of like a darker theme. When you go about writing a song like that, that's a bit more vulnerable, do you find that like draining in any way or more so cathartic? Or
that one was a little bit more cathartic because it kind of starts out a little somber, but then it kind of like gradually builds into something a little bit more positive, which I typically don't do. Usually my stuff is pretty negative and dreary. But yeah, it was kind of just like I wanted to write something that showed like the evolution of like I guess my mindset and perception on life and stuff, kind of like a downer transitioning into someone that's like trying to view the best in things and make more positive life decisions and things like that. So yeah, if anything, I think that song specifically was more therapeutic than most other songs that I write.
Absolutely.
It was a fun one to write.
Yeah, and I mean the music video as well, like that was just amazing, like very hauntingly beautiful. Like what was your thought process behind putting together something like that?
So to be honest, I didn't really have a lot to do with that video. We've had the same video guy for the last like however many, like with all these volumes. We met this guy from Colombia that does just incredible video work, and we sent him some ideas for the first video that we ever did with him, and he didn't do any of them, but it was amazing. So we're like, okay, we just need to let this guy cook, like do his own thing. So ever since then, I'll kind of give him like a vague description of the song and like what it means to me. But he's such an art nerd that he'll just flip it and turn it into whatever he like can envision. And we've never really had that with a video person. Typically, you have to like give them guidelines and stuff like that. But with him, he's just such a mastermind that he cooks like so. And we've been happy with every single video. But with this one specifically, like I guess he hadn't really done a whole lot of like one shot stuff. So he was like really excited to do something like that. So he absolutely destroyed it. It was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so stunning.
And that's actually fun too. Like rather than knowing like what to expect, like, you gave someone all these ideas, like to see that it's actually more fun to just be like, hey, do whatever. We trust you. I kind of view it the same way I do with like a lot of art forms, like even tattoos and stuff. I'm like, I'd rather give someone like a very vague idea and have them run with it and have fun with it, because I feel like the product is always way better.
It's artistic freedom for sure. Absolutely. Even was he the same guy who did the Forgotten music video? Because that's like, oh my god, that music video is insane. It's one of my favorites. It's so cool.
He's incredible. I think we've had him like almost 4 years now.
There you go. Right. That's so cool.
He crushes. Very talented guy.
The more you know. Well, vulnerability versatility in music. It comes in many different forms. Like growing up for me, I always found a lot of solace in heavier music. Like I grew up with like Alice in Chains, Smashing Pumpkins, Bring Me In, all that. Found that resonated with me a lot. Like as a young one, I felt understood. What did you feel like growing up? What music was the most important to you that shaped you as an artist?
I think Under Oath was like the first heavy-ish band that I kind of got into, and I listened to them like exclusively for probably like 3 or 4 years, like only them. But I was into like bands like Taking Back Sunday, Jimmy Eat World, Seosin, just kind of like the emo bands. Like that was kind of my jam. I started to get into like heavier stuff like a little bit later, but those were kind of like the fundamental ones that really resonated with me, especially Under Oath though. I have to give them big credit because they were like, they were a staple.
That's so awesome. Have any fan interactions like fundamentally changed how you view your role as an artist? Like going from being a fan of all these bands to them being the artist and having fans, like what's that like?
It's bizarre. I mean, anytime someone comes up and is just like, they got into music or vocals specifically, or even like recently people saying they got into like producing because they watched videos of mine and stuff. I think that's like pretty fulfilling and pretty insane because like I remember watching studio videos of my favorite bands, and that was always my favorite. I love to see like the inner workings of how albums come together and stuff like that. So that's always like super humbling and cool. But it's actually weird to hear people be like, I've been listening to you since I was a freshman or like 8th grade. And I'm like, well, don't tell me that.
I feel like an old head,
No, it's very sweet. I mean, it's all special, just the fact that we get to interact with people that our music has touched them. That's it's always special, and you got to like really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Well, running off of that, you guys were self-produced up until your album Dispose, I believe. What was it like handling of all those aspects of putting a record together like yourself?
It was sweet. We went back to that actually. So we did Dispose with Drew Folk, and that was an awesome experience. I learned a lot from him. He's a really good producer. But after that, the next album was a COVID album. So I had to go back to doing it all myself. And I think after working with someone as good as him, I learned so much that I was like, okay, I think I know what I'm doing fully now. So all the volumes and Swan Song were all just like me past that. So we only did one album with a different producer.
There you go.
I also like produce on the side, and I work with a lot of producers on different projects and stuff. So I'm always like picking up little bits of knowledge and just different ways of doing things. So
for sure.
I feel like I'm at a place now where I feel comfortable taking on that whole role, which
absolutely.
And it's fun. It's challenging.
It would be. I mean, you guys have like switched up like your production heap. Like you go really heavy, and then like with the new record as well. The new single. It's like you said, very somber at the start. Like, how do you come up with all of that, like with songwriting and all that?
It's hard.
It would be.
I find it gets challenging the more. The deeper we get into it, because it's like after you've done so many things, you have to really start getting creative with like, okay, well, I've already done this. How do I like do kind of like a similar thing, but in a different way? You
want to keep like that sound that you have as a band.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's getting more and more challenging, but like I kind of enjoy that. If it wasn't challenging, it wouldn't be fun.
What's the point? Exactly.
But another thing though, like getting to produce so many different bands and artists, you start to view music in a different way, and like the way that they lean into different genres and stuff like that, and just like just getting creative overall. Like it's really inspiring, and so it's just every song is just its own thing. It's never the same process ever, like twice. It's always so cool. Different. So
absolutely. Are there any like bands or artists you've worked with in particular that have inspired you heaps as a producer? Or?
Invent Animate was a good one. They're just such nerds and hyper focusers. They just overanalyze everything, sometimes to their detriment, but they're like, it's always good. Like it always turns out really well. The guitar player from Silent Planet is like one of the best guitar players I've ever worked with. Shout out Mitch. He was fun to work with just because it's crazy to see someone with just such a like infinite well of ideas. You know what I mean? There's been a bunch, honestly. I'm like kind of
It's hard to list them,
Yeah, drawing a blank. King 810, that was another one I worked with.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
holy
cool.
shit, that dude he can just come up with concepts and lyric ideas off the top of his head, like at the drop of a hat. It's incredible. I've never witnessed anything like that.
Yeah, people
actually.
like that fascinate me. Yeah. It's just so cool.
We were doing a song, he just starts like doing a prayer in Aramaic. I'm just like, dude, I don't know what to do here. Like,
just do your thing.
Yeah, I'll just hit record. You do your thing. Yeah,
that's
they're
so
incredible.
crazy.
But tons more. Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, this year is stacked for you guys. Like after you leave Australia, you have a heap of shows in like Europe, America, Canada, a few festival runs as well. Amidst all this chaos, like what's an ideal day of touring look like to you?
Golf in the morning, a nice breakfast, a Red Bull.
Yep.
And then kind of like just play some Mario games in the afternoon with the boys. We play a lot of Mario Kart, do sound check, and then, just kind of chill until we play.
Yeah, favorite map on Mario Kart? Very important question.
I would say Sunshine Airport. We played Mario Kart 8. We tried playing the new one, but it sucked, so we went back.
It's
superior.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. After you finish a set, after all is said and done, like what's the main thing you want the audience to take away from that?
Oh, that's a good question. Hopefully just like, just feeling like inspired, I guess, or just like satisfied and, feel like they got their money's worth. Honestly,
absolutely.
I hope they crowd surfed and maybe didn't get hurt. That would be good.
That's always the main thing.
I think so, just satisfaction. Just like leave them with something.
Absolutely. Well, it's an awesome lineup tonight. You have some great bands.
They're
opening
awesome.
up
Seriously,
for you.
It's the coolest lineup ever.
It really is,
really
and it's
dope.
such a great venue as well.
All friends too, which is the best.
Awesome, makes it even better. Well, I'm super, super keen to see you guys play tonight. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today.
Anytime.
And thank you so much for sitting down and watching with us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.